Hey Sketchmaster family, and welcome to another episode of Sketchmaster. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications so you never miss a video. So today we're going to go ahead and continue our sports logo series. And I think this is video number 2 if I'm not mistaken. In the last video we drew the Arkansas Razorback. And today we're also going to do another sports team logo from, actually a high school logo from the high school that I went to in Springdale. And this is the Springdale Bulldog. So let's go ahead and get started. So the Bulldog, basically start with a circle right in the middle of the paper. Just like that. And then from there, we'll kind of cut into the picture. I like to kind of gauge where I think I need to cut it. Go ahead and make a cross in the middle of the paper. Right. And right about here is where we're going to put the nose of the Bulldog. Just like that. And then roughly right about here is where, sorry, we're going to go a little bit lower here. This is where the Bulldog's lip is going to be. Right about there, yeah. And go ahead and follow it down. And this is going to be the saggy skin that hangs down from the Bulldog's mouth area. So we're going to go ahead and bring this over right about here. Is where the teeth are going to be. Just like that. Then we'll do a kind of a, not sure if that is a frown line, smile line, anger line, what that is, but we'll go ahead and go from here. Go ahead and follow that skin over. And right about here where this line came over is where we're going to draw the floppy ear. Just like that. Bring it down to right about there. Yeah, actually we're going to bring that up a little bit because we're going to put an eye there in this vicinity. So roughly where the eye meets the nose on this part of the face. Just like that. So we know the eye is going to be right in this vicinity. So right where we put that mark, we're going to come up just a fraction and draw the eye. And the way the eye sets is it comes down and sort of goes back up again. Just like that. And the majority of the eye is going to be the pupil. And so the pupil will be right about here. And we'll color that in. And then this highlight here is going to be the part of the Bulldog that we see eye-wise. Just like that. And bring this ear up. Right now we're just kind of getting a rough estimate where some of the major areas are going to be. So we know right here is where the ear meets the head. And we know that there in this area is going to be an anger eyebrow, an angry eyebrow, just like that. And then his forehead is, or his top of his head, actually right here, it's going to be kind of cone-shaped. It's going to be pointed upward like that. And then bring this down. Okay. And then the eyebrow is actually going to extend over here. And these creases in the forehead here cause it, so you can see just how, maybe not angry, maybe more aggressive or assertive this bulldog is. Just like that. So we want to make sure that our ears are roughly the same length towards the top. I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit, just a hair. And bring this down and over, back up again. And the same length here, you can see we're going to do the same thing over here. And then narrow it towards the top here so you can see the shadow. Just like that. And color it in. Okay. Get my pen ready. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and go through and darken in some of these lines. And then we're going to put a highlight here in his nose. Just like that. Okay. And then the teeth are going to look kind of human style here. Actually drew that up a little too far. The top half of the teeth are going to come lower than the bottom teeth actually go up, because you're going to see more of the gum area. He's essentially snarling. And then right now we're going to go ahead and start into the teeth. And you can, right now, you can just do lines, essentially where the teeth are going to be. Okay. That one came over a little too far. And they don't line up. You'll notice the lines are kind of varied here. And that just shows him gritting his teeth. So when you grit your teeth, they don't exactly go straight together. Okay? Just like that. And then this tooth kind of comes over. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and round these teeth off. And there's actually like a space in between, essentially a shadow on the inside where the teeth meet. Just like that. And you can actually drop the top half of the mouth down a little bit here. I didn't do that originally. We don't want to show too much of the gum line. Okay. And then this is the shining part of the tooth. Just like that. The bottom teeth don't actually show any of the highlights of the teeth, like the bottom or the top does. Make sure you can get the right shapes too, because I totally messed that tooth up. This one comes up higher, just like that. Don't be afraid to mess up. If you do, that's why you draw lightly first, and then you can go back later and darken it in. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to draw the bulldog teeth. So we know it's going to stop right about there. This one's going to stop right about here. And again, you want to make sure that they're pretty even. Just like that. And then his whisker freckles, I'm not sure what you call these things, are actually going to be open rather than closed. Okay, just like that. And this comes up, stops right about there. And there's highlights and things in this too, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to do the basic lines. And now we're going to go ahead and do the collar. And the collar, you'll notice there's a nice little line that comes around where this ends here and actually starts the collar. And from here, this sagging piece of skin over here on this side, follow it down, not that far down, down and around. The same all the way around till you get right here towards the end, and then it narrows. Okay. Just like that. And then we've got a series of spikes here sticking out of the collar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our first spike's going to be right here. And these are just triangles. And you can go back and you can actually add some round edges to the bottom if you prefer, like I'm doing here, or you can just go through and make the round edges right off the bat. Okay, just like that. And you can actually make these spikes as big as you want. I don't think it adds to, I don't think it takes away from the drawing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our 7th one is going to be right here. And the 6th one is going to be right about there. So we know there's going to be a highlight, or I'm sorry, a shadow. Just like that. On each one on the same side, it looks like, following it all the way around. Just like that. And then there's actually going to be lines going, looks like vertical, all the way around the collar. Some connect, some don't, so make sure there you go, just like that. Okay, go back through and make sure that I got all the shadows, or all the main lines here. So it looks like I did. just like that. Okay, so that's going to be the Bulldog. Now we're going to go back and do one of my favorite parts, and that's to put the ink on it, outlining it in pen. We're actually going to go through and erase the line going through the color. You don't have to, but I like to. And the guidelines. Okay. And this is also the hatching, if you've seen some of my previous videos. And it kind of gives a shadow, not a shadow, but a shading or gradient look to our Bulldog here. And I like that style. Normally I like to do the hatching and the cross hatching on the eyes, but because we want to show a solid pupil here and just the highlight, I'm actually going to color it in like you see here. And there's actually a slight shadow that goes up through here just like that. And it kind of helps to add some gradient, and then here you can actually just follow it around and shadow that too, just like that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and color in the ear. Again, you want to make sure you do solid on the ear so you can see the shadow real well on the inside. We want to be able to see the inside of the ear, just like that. And you can go through and you can actually add your own shadows and different gradients if you choose to, and you can actually put more detail on the Bulldog than what you see here. Like this, I like to kind of shade in that part. You don't have to, but it looks cool. And in the actual logo, they have kind of a highlight here, so it wouldn't hurt to kind of do like that. It kind of gives it like a comic book feel. You don't have to, but I kind of like the way it looks. Again, you want to make sure you put some space here in between the teeth like that. Okay, and then we're going to go through and this is going to be one solid shadow coming right through, right there. And so this is going to be one solid piece. And again, there's another highlight going up this area, so you can always just do like a slight line here and put a little hatching on the side there, and it gives it kind of the gradient comic book style. So have fun with the sketch. Don't feel like you have to do it a certain way. I always like to put my own spin on things. As an artist, you're not bound by what you see. It's your interpretation of what you see. And that's what I like about art. And on these lines, you can actually put them closer, further away, and you'll find the closer you put them like this, tends to give it kind of a gradient look as well. And there you go. That is the Springdale Bulldog. There we go, just like that. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure, again, that you like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications so you never miss a video. Go ahead and hold it up here for you to see. Just like that. And if you haven't already, make sure you check me out on Facebook at Sketchmaster Inner Circle. I'll leave a link in the video description. And I will see you in the next one. Actually, in the next video, we're going to be drawing the Denver Bronco NFL logo for the team. And it's actually one of my favorite logos to draw, and I hope you'll join me. And as always, thanks, guys. God bless.